And we're back, guys. Welcome back to the top 8 for the TCS Rockets Legacy 1K. Our first match for top 8, we have Brian Bell on Black Saga Storm, and this is Brian's third time on camera. Daniel Cardinal on Troll Esper. Looks like Daniel just took that die roll by 1.
Yeah, we've had both of these players on stream earlier today, and they're in the top 8, rightfully so. Playing well with their two respective decks.
It's a pretty big die roll for Daniel, considering...
You don't want Storm going.
Yeah, you don't want Storm going first, especially when it's Disruption Storm. Brian playing Duress, Thoughtseize main board.
You're a Daze deck. You do want that island in play. You do need lands.
And a Troll.
Okay.
Draw a Troll. Draw a Troll. Ooh, that could have been a good Troll. Could have land cycled and reanimated the Troll. I don't hate this hand, but knowing my opponent's on Black Saga Storm, I'm not sure I keep this. You do have a Brainstorm with a fetch, so you could just go basic island Brainstorm in response to a Duress.
I think we keep it.
And then I think we just tuck the reanimate with the Brainstorm into the Duress.
Yeah, I think that post board, you're right, maybe not keeping this hand, but I don't know if we're we're sideboarding out.
I can see this going either way for this hand, and Daniel's an insanely intelligent player on this deck, so I give him whatever props he needs for the decision he makes, because it's a tough one. For me, I would not like to keep this hand, simply because...
So Brian's going down.
So yeah, that means Daniel's keeping this if Brian's going down.
So I don't know what... I didn't see what Brian's hand
Yeah, I was too
like.
focused on Daniel's hand going first. Daniel's playing a little risky, though. However, that Brainstorm could be huge.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess a tuck, so that's the actual incentive to wanting to keep the hand. We'll see what Brian comes up with.
I forget if Daniel is mainboarding any spell pierces, so and now that Brian is able to view his deck list, playing Island Past might worry Brian just a tad that he might be on spell pierce.
I kind of like what I'm looking at. I see a Ritual, an Infernal Tutor, a Urza's Bauble, an Urza's Saga, a Swamp.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like this. Basic Island go. Here we go. Draws Vault of Whispers. I kind of like that. Has a second one in hand, so... Here goes Urza's Saga Past.
Mistrigger. JK. Sorry, guys. It's getting late in the day.
Play nice, Scott. Play nice.
Okay.
Bobble, bobble.
Alright, Storm count 2.
Bobble him. See what he's drawing. Is it nice enough to show the audience?
Nope. Answer is no.
I think we bobble after he draws.
Well,
Yeah, he wants one.
He has a grief deck, so I don't know if we...
Yeah, you don't want the extra card right now. You can get it on the clap.
Yeah, so I would hate...
So here we go. Daniel has an interesting where he just draws the card instead of brainstorming. I'm wondering if you just brainstorm there just to save mana management, but you do get to see another card this way. I'm not sure if it's relevant. Tundra Sara's Ransom Snapcaster.
Oh, no. So we don't have anything really to stop Brian right now if he were to decide to
Yeah, it looks like we're pitching
off.
both of these Strixes and playing that fetch land.
Yeah, Strix is not good right now.
Playing that fetch land.
Yeah.
Passing back. Brian's going to bobble. Let's see what he sees.
Yeah, so Brian's...
Showing the Murkside, which isn't that great right now. Draws for that. Draws for turn. It's a city.
Oh, nice city. Okay.
Pretty big city. Considering
now...
we can city for a construct, knowing that he has a Murkside in hand. We also have a Duress and a Chromox. Can't tell what that left card right here is.
I think it's another Vault. No.
No, it's a Vault of Whispers on the far to the left, the one to the right of it.
Oh, Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, Infernal Tutor. Duress, Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor seems pretty good.
Yeah, so I think Brian might be on a
Construct route. I don't hate it.
Well,
I don't hate it.
in the face of orcs, I think we wanted another artifact. So I kind of like maybe the Chromox out. To where
Yeah, so you can't get
the
orcs.
If we are on a construct.
What are we
plan.
putting under there though? Because all those cards are really relevant.
Well, you don't necessarily have to. But I was
Oh
just
well, he would have no black source. I guess he could just go get an opal. So you could have just threw the Chromox down for nothing, make a construct, go get opal with Urza Saga, and have it online.
Yeah, I think with IT in hand, he wants the LED off the Urza Saga fetch.
I don't hate that either. Okay, so there goes the construct route a little bit with the swords. That's a really good top deck.
Yeah, but he is still dead to combo.
We'll see if he can get through combo. We'll see if Brian lands the combo here. It's not good to echo and give Daniel a new 7.
Yeah, Daniel's feeling a little vulnerable right now. Orc ends up putting a little bit of pressure, but not to the point to where we feel.
Part of me wonders if Brian is trying to bait this orc by this construct being made. Right? Daniel taps out for the orc, then Brian comes to turn and has full reign after a duress. So part of me wonders if Brian intentionally didn't play that Chromox to bait that. Brian is a smart player.
Yeah.
That's a big brain play if it lands. So here we go. Here comes the construct. Here comes the fetch. Here comes the construct. Here comes the bowmaster. So now we see if Brian takes advantage of knowing that's coming. Or at least attempting to get it to come out.
I think even if he has 2 untapped mana,
it's just not relevant.
You're already
though.
Assuming. I feel like you're assuming that the orc is going to come out, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Brian intentionally made it more appealing to play the orc to kill the 1/1 construct instead of being a 2. Then you're not as incentivized to play it.
Yeah.
And you leave mana open.
So we drew into Wishclaw Talisman. So Brian
really
just really has everything that he needs.
Yeah, so I see Brian going floating a mana off Urza Saga, either getting Lotus Petal or Mox Opal.
I like it. So if we do LED, we have 1, 2, 3.
What are you playing? He's making a construct.
3.
I was not prepared for him to make a construct there. Is he giving up his City of Traders?
He is really worried about Force of Will. Even though he does have Duress in hand.
Yeah, he doesn't want the Dark Ritual to get Duress. So here's the LED.
Yeah, I think with IT in hand, you're always grabbing LED. He's probably playing Volt next, Chrome Mox next, Wishclaw next, and then Construct Big.
But you're sacrificing the city where you're kicking yourself up add-ons, so we're just gonna go all in on the Burning Wish.
I think that's just that's the
Burning
line
Wish
that
Echo
I'm
Aeons
seeing
play
right now, but I don't know if that. Yeah, he's not gonna Echo of Eons with work now. So
no, so I'm confused by the construct play.
Yeah, but
so here comes the vault for Duress.
Okay, so he's gonna Duress. Interesting. So we're probably taking.
You get anything but the Murktide in the land. So
we're taking Ransom.
I think Ransom's a good pick because then you don't feel the Murktide more than it already is fueled. However, next turn he can potentially play Murktide with a fetch.
Brainstorm is
never
wrong.
Playing a 6/6 Murktide next turn, it seems pretty good. Whatever he pitches is a sorcery. It's a 6/6. Seems pretty good. A fetch also gets it there too. Really makes me wonder what he's trying to bait out.
It's fine.
I don't hate it. Here's the issue, though.
In top 8. I love it.
Here's the issue, though. Daniel can untap, cast Arm's Ransom, hit a troll, reanimate the troll, or put troll in hand, cycle the troll, and reanimate it. Which kind of is really rough for the construct plan that's on right now. So here goes the Arm's Ransom. Brian's going to let that resolve. Reading the new Factor Fiction. Here comes the 4 cards.
So Brian is going to...
We see Snapcaster, Orcish, Bowmaster, Grief Swords. Not good across the board. Pretty gross.
Well, the problem is that I'm just really...
What do you give him? You can't you gotta show the Bowmaster face up, otherwise it goes to grave. Daniel's just gonna immediately reanimate that.
See, I honestly,
And swing with the 2/2. Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna leave it. Because if you put swords down, he just snaps swords. Like that's harsh.
he's gambling.
And he took it. He took it. So here comes the reanimate on the Bowmaster. Griefing first.
Wait, hold on. So I don't know what that down. Okay, all right. Well,
Griefing
Brian lucked out that.
Man, I'm taking Wishcall Talisman here. Wishcall Talisman or Infernal Tutor. I would say take Infernal Tutor. Wishcall Talisman because it's just a little easier to manipulate what you want in this situation where his hand is so heavy. Because he is close to being able to just dump his hand, where he could go like Vault for turn, Chromox into whatever he draws, Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, if he takes the Witch Claw, right? Or the vice versa of that. Chromox imprinting Infernal Tutor, you know. So he takes Infernal, so I like that. Because now it forces Brian, if he wants that Wish Claw, to go all in on it. And he had another reanimate. Oh, that's what he drew for turn. That's so big.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's huge.
Poor Brian.
That is big. And now the construct cannot block because of the ring. That was a humongous play by Daniel. Next turn, slam the Murktide, and then Brian immediately has to answer, the game's over. That is a super unfortunate top deck for Brian that he drew another reanimate. Daniel's reading the board to make sure that he's fine. Throw a Chromox with nothing. Just to make the construct bigger. Swinging for 6. Daniel go to 8? 9. I can't do math. 8. I can do math. So I didn't see what Daniel drew, but... Oh
Just
my goodness.
all-
Oh my god. All the gas.
Good thing.
There goes the construct.
All right, so if we get, oh, he does LED. I guess that's okay in regards to if we drew.
So LED is an interesting thing because now it doesn't give him the echo line, and he can just block with this humongous Murktide on the construct and still swing out. I don't dislike the play because if you get rid of the construct and then he draws combo, you're really screwed. Right? You can just top deck Infernal Tutor. Stark Ritual, cast that, crack LED, win the game. This is a little more healthy.
1, 2, 3.
Did he not? He did cast Murktide. He's got 8/8 Murktide.
No, so he couldn't even cast add non.
Correct. The LED was a good. I like that. It's a safer plow.
Yeah. He doesn't care about construct at this
Correct. Because even if Brian top decked another artifact, it's not enough because it's an 8/8 Murktide. So I like this. It just says you lose the game. Brian's life total is also still in
point.
question.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're at 14 to 8. So I think Brian's kicking himself for maybe not being a little bit more aggressive earlier. Now, granted, I wasn't doing the math
With the Infernal Tutor.
with the City of Traders.
Yeah, the city
in
line just
play.
instead of making the constructs.
I mean, he's patient. You know,
Yeah.
he's being trying to be smart.
I don't
being
know what the
smart and
correct play there
trying
is
to be
either.
more
I
patient.
was reading it with you. I don't know what the correct play is to do that either. So now we just win the game. So 8, 9, 10, 11 puts you to 3 if you block the orc. Can't block the orc. So yeah, you're dead. Well, that was a pretty aggressive game 1 from Daniel Cardno, hitting that very disgusting Siren's Ransom with the top deck reanimate. That was a humongous sequence. Now we go into sideboards. It is open deck list, so they are aware of what they're on. They were aware before the game started, which may be why Brian was a little hesitant, just trying to fire off the combo route, like Scott was talking about, because Daniel does play Spell Pierce.
I think he does. I forget if we are mainboarding. What are we mainboarding here in regards to Snap, Ponder, Brainstorm, Days, Force Will, Ending Swords? Yeah, I don't see Spell Pierce in the main, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I don't know.
So Daniel has dress downs. Those are definitely coming in, which is gonna make Brian's Saga route a little less effective, but that doesn't mean Brian isn't gonna just lean more into combo knowing that. I do feel like Daniel got away with murder with that by Brian not committing to combo, but you really have to question a handful of cards if there's a Force of Will or a Daze in there or not, when both could be present. And then it's absolutely disgusting hitting that Sauron's Ransom into a Grief Reanimate.
To reanimate.
That was just very timely. Daniel also knows that Brian's not on Bowmasters at all, which means that he can just straight up play all these cantrips without being punished.
Yeah. But he needs to be punished.
So we're seeing Serenities, Force Negations, Surgicals, Stony Silence.
Yep, Baleful Strix, bad. Swords.
Daniel's
bad.
Just aggressively going straight towards that sideboard route. Just out, in. Just so quick. Definitely agree that Strixes are a little weird, bad here. Not exactly on the Swords plane either for the constructs. You'd rather not them gain life. You definitely just want to ending the construct or just deal with it being, something blocking
He doesn't like the Surgicals. I think that's fine.
I don't mind the Surgicals either, but Brian is on a Wasteland route too, so Wasteland could punish Daniel. I get what he's thinking here. Definitely the dress downs. I wholeheartedly agree dress downs are gas. That's what he grabbed. Put the Surgicals back and grab dress downs. I like that decision a lot.
No Wastelands. No Wastelands for Brian.
Is he not on Wasteland?
So, Daniel...
You're right. Brian isn't on Wasteland.
So the idea of... So I'm okay with off the Surgical. Yeah, I'm probably not bringing...
I think Daniel maybe was thinking of the Echo plays to getting rid of it.
Yeah, but Orc...
Now he doesn't care.
Orc hopefully helps with that.
I like dress down a lot more. Dress down is a nombo for yourself, though, for non-synergy with Bowmaster.
True.
But you're committed to it, right? You just got to kind of accept that.
Yeah. Well, it's a gotcha if you are swinging in with a couple of 7/7 constructs type of plan. So
it is. I mean,
but I think that.
The draw the card's also relevant to maybe cantrip into a counter spell like Daze or Force.
Yeah.
Daze is super big in this matchup, which I think that's just what Brian was aggressively playing around was Daze.
Yeah, I guess so. But he had duress in hand to really make that decision for him.
You don't have duress with all the mana, which would have been at 4 for no ad nos.
But the idea of
looking and then hoping your opponent doesn't top deck the answer. I mean, I get your mindset, but Brian as a Storm player is all about like the immediate, not the setup.
That's true, but at the same time, he was quick to decide on going the construct route.
Correct. Immediately. That was a very fast
Daniel's
shift.
hand ended up being just super dead to quick combo.
Yep, I agree. But Brian doesn't know that, and he's not going to know that without playing that duress, but Brian likes to hold those...
But Urza Saga turn 1 is really good. Gets you to LED quickly. Let's see what we got in the opening hand. So Urza Saga, Thoughtseize. All right.
3 Mox Opals and a Lotus Petal. That's super aggressive.
Super not good.
Yeah, you're very questioning if he's gonna keep it.
So we're on the construct plan. So now we got Prismatic Ending, we got Ponder over on Daniel's side. I saw we got 3 lands, I think.
I think we're gonna lose that Prismatic Ending real quick right now.
That's Grief. Okay.
So it looks like Grief, Prismatic Ending, Brainstorm, Ponder. To me, that's a snap Prismatic Ending gone. It's not great for him to cantrip freely, but I'm on the impression I want to keep my LED.
Yeah.
Yep. Got to get rid of that for the LED. Daniel, the absolute Chad, playing completely revealed. I love it.
Yeah, top 8.
Gentlemen.
Top 8.
That is a horrible Ponder. Brainstorm, Fetch, Tundra. I think's what I've seen.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, we already got the brainstorm.
Yeah, without a fetch,
I don't
that's
know what the
terrible.
blind card is quite yet.
I would love to see
And-
a troll here to land cycle.
And Brian, it has 2 Mox Opals in hand.
Here goes Grief pitching.
Great.
Bowmaster, take one of the
our Mox
opals. Reanimate Grief, take the other one.
Decreases storm count by
Nope.
1.
Nope. Doesn't reanimate.
All right. Now, if we brainstorm into Serenity, we are in trouble.
So this could be Brian. Main phasing, tap opal,
we
play
stop.
opal, sack petal, make construct.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if it's good enough.
Yeah. It's all he can do, is what I'm guessing. Now, he obviously doesn't have land. So
The issue with doing
think-
this is your construct goes down quite a bit. You get a 3/3 instead of a 4/4.
Yeah, so I think
Did he
we
draw the
Mox
land
Opal.
is the question.
Yeah, I think we make a construct, we pass the turn.
Yep. So that means you come to turn and you use the Lotus Petal to make a construct. That kind of sucks, but
I kind of want to see what we draw. So let's see what we draw first before we decide on it.
yeah. So here we go. We're gonna. What do we top deck? Here comes a brainstorm. Force of Will, Polluted Delta, and I didn't see the other card.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bunch of
lots of- It's a bunch of lands.
Yeah, no good, no good.
So we'll go ahead and
That is the
perpetuate
reanimate on the far left.
2 of those. Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
He's gonna play a fetch and reanimate Grief. Don't think it's good enough.
Wow.
Is that reanimate? No. What was that? That's not reanimate. What is that?
I thought it was just fetches and a force.
No, one of those is a black card.
Okay.
Maybe it is. I couldn't tell by the art by him shuffling so quick.
Mm-hmm.
He is reanimating Grief, so it is reanimate. On the left side of the card where it was covered up, it looked like it. On the other side, it didn't.
He had a Lotus Petal in hand.
It's
So
the new
yeah,
reanimate from Lord of the Rings. That's why I don't recognize the art.
So he had a Lotus Petal in hand. So he actually slow played the Lotus Petal.
So here goes the other construct. What are we fetching here? Are we getting another Lotus Petal? Are we getting... Haywire Might's not really relevant. I mean, it could be double block the Grief. I don't know.
No.
You gain 2 life?
No, at this point, I'm okay with Grief. Now, we did have Expedition Map earlier.
Yeah,
right?
Expedition Map would be goated here, to be honest with you.
So
It's looking like Haywire Might. I like the second LED too, though, but you are into a Prismatic Ending deck. So you kind of want the second LED when you add Nas. I don't mind a Bobble either, honestly. He's tapped down.
I really wish.
So it'd force him to
he
tap
could
for Bowmaster at the upkeep.
I just really wish I knew what he drew. That would be helpful. Okay, so he wants mana.
I mean, these constructs are 5/5s, right? With this artifact he gets. So swinging and putting him to 10 means Daniel can't really swing without removal. Otherwise, the constructs clap back and he's dead. So I don't hate this route, but it is super exposed to any sort of removal. A Swords to Plowshare, a Prismatic Ending, Snap for the already Prismatic Ending that's in there. Like, Daniel already has the land in hand, so he could just snap ending one of the constructs and be in a lot better position. Having Force No Pitch card's pretty bad too. So here we swing 5. He blocks.
6. So
Or 6.
We got 6s, and so he did have to block. That's fine. Grief pulls out an artifact.
Bowmaster's insane right here just because of the double block. It gives you another turn. It means Brian's also not going to crack that bobble. I think Brian knows not to crack that bobble. Otherwise, he would have cracked it before he drew.
I think number one, I think he wants to keep his constructs big. So Daniel hasn't showed him White Source quite yet.
Nope.
So Serenity is not online, so he's not as scared about Serenity right now.
Yeah, don't wish that into existence. That's just brutal.
I know. If you say it 3 times,
Yeah, let's not.
it may show up.
Look, we love Daniel, but we need to respect Brian.
But
Let's not wish Serenity into
But
existence.
he's probably not using Bobble just because 5/5s.
Yeah,
not quite
I'm of
6/6s.
the opinion. No, the 6/6s. You're right. I'm of the opinion not crack that bobble. What do we got? Dark Ritual. That's interesting. So I'm swinging. Here comes the Bowmaster double block.
Fine, whatever. Sure, it saves us a turn.
Ping you to 17.
Being you, sucker.
Yeah, take that point of damage from the Bowmaster. Block.
Orc Army.
Daniel goes to 9.
Oh, he doesn't block. He blocks Orc Army, but lets the other one go. Okay, that's fine.
That is a super interesting choice.
I think it's fine.
I think he's trying to shut Brian off from wanting to use that bauble without giving another free Orc Army to block. Right? Now Brian for sure can't use that bauble, otherwise Daniel has another blocker. It's pretty smart.
It's fine. I think that's Troll.
I don't like Troll anymore. Not right now.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, Troll would have been disgusting.
Daniel
early.
needs a blue card. I mean, he just really...
Or another land. He needs a blue card or another land.
So he needs to fetch with this Delta. He needs to... Serenity may even be too slow at this point.
He dies with Serenity.
So...
He's forced to block here. Actually, he's not forced to block.
So
yeah, he is. He's forced to block here. He loses the game.
Has to block.
So now...
Brian, okay.
Brian's pivoting now.
Arc or Army.
Yeah, Brian's pivoting now. That was an insane draw. Oh, here comes Adnaz. Dark Ritual Adnaz. So we swing first, force the block. Block here, go to...
Oh, I see. Man, Brian is teaching me.
Yes, he is.
So when you're at 9, it's okay to be 5/5s. It's okay to block.
Yes.
Especially with that draw.
So now with him at 4, it's a free Tendrils. So now he goes Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Crack LED Tendrils, right?
Yep.
I can't tell what the third card in his hand is. It's definitely Infernal Tutor, Dark Ritual.
Yeah, we are. Brian, just do it for me. Just do it.
Is that double Dark Ritual? If that's double Dark Ritual, this would have been a crazy pure line that he doesn't have anymore.
Brian, that hurts, Daddy.
Oh.
I wanted to see it. Yep. Swords would be tough.
Sanctuary for Prismatic Ending. Or no, Reanimate for the Troll. No, it can't Reanimate. He would die.
Yeah.
So it's got to be for Prismatic Ending. More than likely ending the construct.
Pondering?
Ponder? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see what we got. Stony Silence, not good enough.
Force Negation Days.
All that stuff is stuff he does not need.
Yeah, Brian is playing so cautious.
So if we end up with, let's say, Murktide, not too bad. Wow. Just nothing. All right, so Brian, decides on not overextending into. He's been playing this very cautiously, which is not incorrect by any means, but
we just want to see stupid things on.
I want to, show me stupid.
Show me Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Burning Wish, whatever.
Like it is late enough in the day to where we don't need to be playing conservative. Either you go home,
go home big.
We're going home
go
at
home.
some point.
Go big.
You might as well go home big.
Yeah.
Brian Bell.
Win it. Come on.
We're not playing favorites. I'm just saying.
To be fair, sitting on the other side of Daniel, he is very hard to read while you're playing.
That's true.
So Brian may have just not been
Brian
sure.
plays poker, and Brian is a very good poker player. Hold on, let me backpedal. Brian is a poker player, and enjoys playing poker. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Because it looks like we're trying to change a little bit in regards to with the sideboard.
I wouldn't really consider us slandering Brian's poker abilities. Brian played that ultra conservative and made sure he left his routes open to pivot.
I didn't say he was a bad player.
I have just sat across from Brian where he's read my hand wrong and still just went for it, and I just kind of want him to do that with Daniel because he would have punished Daniel super hard here.
The problem is that if he's listening to us right now,
Yeah, which he's not.
unconsciously or consciously, you know, if Daniel's probably now going to have an opening hand with a whole lot of no, you know, and then the Urza Saga, so
So
grief.
say Grief Troll, land, reanimate. That's force negation.
All right, force of negation is naked. We don't
So
have
I
other
think
drain.
I think we're just gonna go the troll route here.
Well, we grief route. So we grief.
Do
we
we,
reanimate. I like the grief reanimate.
You lose the troll and it may not be good enough. Is he gonna do it? He's gonna do it.
Yes.
He is gonna do it.
Yes. Yeah.
So we see a Haywire Mine, an LED, Ancient Tomb, a Thoughtseize. So if I'm Daniel, I'm thinking about that LED.
No, look at that.
Yeah,
Now
I'm thinking
he's
about the
got-
LED because
So
like I want him to Thoughtseize that Force Negation out of my hand because it's not really relevant at that point.
yeah.
Because I'm immediately casting this reanimate to take maybe the Chrome Mox.
Now, well, hold on. So taking Haywire Might actually, so if we do top deck Serenity is going to get us out of the fact that we have
Of the
infinite
construct
constructs
route,
coming.
yeah.
So Daniel may want to take Haywire Might to protect a top deck Serenity.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
Thoughtseize may find itself underneath the Chrome Mox, but
At this point, yeah. If Daniel casts Reanimate, having shown 4 cards out of his hand, that Thoughtseize loses a lot less importance.
But I mean, Daniel's going to be able to take 2 cards. So,
Correct.
I mean, we'll see what.
Correct.
he
Well,
wants to
I'm saying is
first.
take the 2 cards, right? I'm taking LED. That's what I'm doing too.
And we're
So
gonna
now we're fetching Reanimate. We're gonna go to 16.
15.
No, Mr. Argyle Reanimator did not make top 8. Daniel's Troll Reanimation, like Troll Scam, is as close as we got to anything that's using Reanimate besides Ian. Ian's playing a Red-Black Scam, which is with similar to the Esper list where you're just trying to use Griefs and bring back Furies and rip things out of your opponent's hand and reanimate them, but we did not have an actual Reanimator make top 8. This Troll Esper and the Red-Black Scam are the decks that have Reanimate in the top.
Oh yeah, we're on the Urza Saga plan, definitely. Let's play Haywire Might.
So I asked you, Patrick, to show up and you didn't. So that's on you, man. I did ask. The top 8 decks right now, from my memory, are 2 lands in a mirror match right now. Frank Sigel and David Fisher. And then you have Brian Bell on Black Saga Storm and Daniel Cardinal on Troll Esper. You have Geo on Grixis Delver and this Austin on Blue-Red Delver. And then what are the other 2 decks? Ian on Red-Black Scam, and I'm trying to remember who Ian's playing.
Wow, top deck Ponder.
That's
Whoa.
humongous. And he did fire
Prismatic Ending. Whoa. Dress Down. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, when you
got it all, you got it all.
When you are that good.
Oh, Ian is playing against Russell, who is on Esper Samwise Tempt the Ring, which is also a super sweet deck. Russell played his win-in last round and won. The breakers for Ryan and Ian were too close for them to feel like if they drew that they auto got in. Russell played because he had to play regardless and ended up in because of it. That's not a bad top deck.
Good. Unfortunately, Brian just does not know that he's walking into a Dress Down.
Yeah. The thing is Brian just Infernal Tutor here?
No. I guarantee you he was on the construct plan. He has to be.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for Brian that Daniel's looking at a Prismatic Ending and a Dress Down.
Next turn or 2? He might be.
So now we can do both. You know, we have everything. So we'll swing. More than likely, Prismatic Ending. No, he's just passing. I say Prismatic Ending the Haywire Might, but no, we're just passing.
Let him do it. But yeah, if he makes a construct here, we're in trouble.
Worst part about the construct route here is this Ancient Tomb when you're already down to 10. Not what Brian wants to see.
Now, what did he draw?
I can't tell.
Is it another IT? Oh,
So now we're gonna make another construct. We're gonna go in our deck, and I think we're gonna get Shadow Spear. Did Brian
so
board
he's
that
not
in?
playing Shadow Spear anymore. I don't think.
I thought I seen it in the sideboard.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's been off Shadow Spear, but
I could have sworn I seen the Shadow Spear in the sideboard, but I don't know if it got boarded in or not. Nope, we're gonna get Opal. I don't hate the Opal. I just don't like the fact that we have an Infernal Tutor that we can't cast. But
I wonder what that second card. So I wonder what the other card.
Daniel is shaking too. He is so ready to slam the stress down.
Oh man.
Worst part is if he hits a blue card, like a Ponder or a Brainstorm. So here goes the swing. Here goes the dress down. Can't avoid it. The worst part is the dress down kills the constructs even if you use the Haywire Might.
Yeah, the second Infernal Tutor.
Yeah. So even if you were to exile the dress down, you still use your constructs to state-based actions. That's unfortunate. He's gonna fire that off now. That is super bad. So here we go. Brian's just going to commit to this Infernal Tutor out. He needs to top deck any 0-drop to put that Mox Opal back online.
Ugh.
Trying to gain the life with the Haywire Might. So there we go. It's exiled. I don't know why I put it in the grave. Or did Brian just tap the Opal for no reason? So we're not having an Isle of Life update. The dress down went to the grave. I'm not sure why the Mox Opal's tapped.
I don't know either.
Had to have missed something.
I think he did attempt to exile the dress down, but you can't with dress down in play.
Oh, correct, because of the ability. You're right.
Yeah, so I don't
You are
know
right.
why.
Because it doesn't have an enter battle. Well, yeah, because it's already entered.
With Brian's hand, it doesn't matter.
You're correct. That makes
but-
sense. That makes sense. So that's
man.
another grief.
So if
Going to 5.
1, 2. We had.
So what do we need? Dark Ritual?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What do we need here? Dark Ritual?
Yeah, but
That's not a good Adnos.
that is tough. Yeah, he needed LED. I think this is...
Taking LED with that first grief is what I would have done too. You always take it away from the Storm
off
deck.
the Saga.
Oh, off the
Search.
Saga Search.
I think
Over the
we
Opal?
needed it. So even if we had Tutor,
Is it enough though? Because your
So 1, 2.
Chromox.
Chromox, you got
What do
one
we? Because it's
colorless,
not.
3,
No, it's
4.
not imprinted.
So we are 1 mana short.
Right? He played that Chromox without imprinting anything.
No, he did imprint. He just is doing the Nemo.
Oh, or it moves off away from it. That makes sense. He likes to put
The
it under
Nemo
it so that-
request.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he top deck Burning Wish. And if so, what does that do? So if we do find, or is he double checking to see what exactly?
I think he double checking this to make sure he's
what he still has
sideboarded.
in his
Yeah.
deck, yeah.
Daniel is absolutely racking his brain on what Brian could have right now. Look at him. Brian wouldn't have scooped it. He would have already scooped if he lost.
Pretty happy right now if I were Daniel, but
Well, Brian hasn't scooped because he doesn't feel like he's dead. Brian is definitely not someone to drag something out. If he knows the game is over, then he would just scoop. He's very
You might be
clean
right.
about that. I don't think the
But
game is
at
over.
the same time, I do think that Brian is like, I do want to really think this through in regards to seeing what all my outs are. So he can gain 2 life off the might for, I guess, hitting his own Opal. That gives us another turn. We can't use Ancient Tomb though, if that's the case. Haywire Might, obviously, when it leaves the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Ancient Tomb, though, that puts us to 7. Dan is swinging in for 6 next turn.
Yeah, but then your Ancient Tomb is completely
And then
shut off and it's
Ancient
useless.
Tomb
Yeah.
kills us.
Yeah.
think Daniel's doing the same thing. I think he's trying to count to see what possibly he can lose to. I forget what Daniel's card is in his hand right now, but honestly, it almost doesn't matter.
This was a great game. Daniel's absolutely disgusting reanimate top deck after pitching reanimate to
But
Grief.
this ponder into
Oh, the ponder into the dress down and
oh,
it's prismatic ending that's still in his hand. It was ponder into a
right,
prismatic
that's
ending
right.
dress down. That was just absolutely brutal.
because he had land in hand, and then he top decks ponder. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then Ponder was able to find what
Yeah.
he needed. Did Brian pass out? Is Brian still conscious? Is he?
Are you trolling me right now?
I might be trolling.
There's a camera angle
There he
switch.
is. Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing.
Oh, Scott would like you to make a game action, Brian. I'm sorry.
Or act like you're making a game action.
Too much.
I'm sorry. It's like I said, it's late in the. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah,
I think
also agree with that about not ending the opal. Giving him an out by not ending the opal. I agree with that. But Daniel was scared about the other, like having two cards in hand, which is why he cast the Grief to get vision.
gave Brian an out by not.
Yeah,
ending.
so casting Grief instead of prismatic ending the opal.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's not timed, so if there's still matches going on, it's not really considered stalling. Yeah, I also agree with that, Patrick. I was waiting for him to do it even on the Haywire Might. Just to, like, do it on the Haywire Might with the dress down on that turn. Just to, like, avoid drawing Serenity and having it able to be getting rid of.
Yeah, no stalling. Brian, we are at this is
Untimed.
The game.
Yeah,
this is the game right now. No matter what how much time Brian takes.
Yeah, this is untimed, and they're definitely not the last match. They played these quickly.
Even if I'm sitting across from Brian right now, I am completely okay with him. Like, if he wants to take a nap right now,
stop it.
Wake up and make a decision. I'm okay with that too, because
yes, they're recommended, but this is also the very last part of the series for them for their round.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is. Now, Brian might be trying to set a record right now for amount of time to make a gameplay action.
Everyone's going to regret saying this if Brian pulls this game out of thin air.
And if he does, then we will all look very bad.
Ugh. So stupid.
Can somebody tap Brian on the shoulder so we can see what that other card is? Or if anybody in chat was able to pick that up?
Nobody's talking about omitting the slow play, but Daniel could also call Judge. So here goes the Dark Ritual Infernal Tutor. So we have a mana floating and a free ritual. So we don't have the LED for the LED line. Swamp Pass, get out of here.
If he does, then we might have to act. Okay, so baby tendrils. Okay, we get an extra turn.
So tendrils for three accounts. We lose 2 going to 3, and then we gain 6. So we go to 9. And then we don't have a hand.
If he drops Vault of Whispers.
I don't hate mini tendrils, but it's definitely not good.
Burning Wish, I feel like, is not what we end up.
He can't really Burning Wish because then he doesn't have mana to cast whatever he gets.
Well, we got black. I don't know what
and 1. Black and 1. He gets 2 mana because he has to use the Ancient Tomb to cast Burning Wish.
Feed the Swarm.
Feed the Swarm for 1. Kill Grief, die.
Yes.
Kill Grief, die. No.
Please.
I think it's gonna be Tendrils.
I think that's his only. Or we fail to find? Okay.
We're not failing to find. Stop. Imagine if he grabbed Adnaz and had another man. Yeah, Adnaz a 3.
Wow.
I'm capping. That's not happening.
Wow.
Can't happen anyways since it's 4 mana. I think it's got to be the Tendrils play, and that's not great. So we're interacting with chat right now, Drac, because usually when the other broadcasters are here, there's somebody actively running the TCS chat that also has like a bunch of Magic knowledge. Those people are not currently here, so that is why we were interacting with chat. It's more of a trying to make sure all the things were meet, because we really weren't aware earlier that nobody was doing much with chat. Damnation would have been sweet, Patrick, but you know Brian doesn't play Damnation.
Damnation, stop it.
So he's going to deal 6 to Daniel, putting Daniel to 6, and then he's going to go to 9. So
Patrick's been playing too much Commander.
no, he watched me playing Damnation in Modern.
Okay, Modern. Okay, sure, fine.
You know, Mono Black is sweet in Modern.
I've heard about Modern.
We're going to ending that. That's great. Finally, the Black Source is gone. Shuts off the Opal. I don't see Brian having a way out of this. And there's the LED. Yikes. Yikes. Well, that will wrap us up for at least this match of the first round of top 8.
So the Mox Opal ended up not being relevant, and he needed that LED.
Yeah.
I think, and Brian is probably kicking himself for that.
Actually,
I'm
no.
incorrect.
He could have drew the LED over the Dark Ritual and still went in. It would have been an Echo line. He could have went for the Echo line. LED, Crack Infernal Tutor, go get it. Grab that, and then Echo.
Well, no, Echo's in the sideboard.
Yes, so he could go LED, cast Infernal Tutor, go grab Burning Wish. Burning Wish with
Opal, then.
Burning. He had Mox Opal online with the LED. Cast Burning Wish, and response to Burning Wish, crack the grab that, then crack the LED.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Urza Saga finding Mox Opal. So I don't know if that's where we end up losing the game.
Yeah, Patrick, you're not wrong. They both played extremely conservative. Brian could have slammed combo games 1 and 2 and won, but Daniel had grip of cards, and Brian was like accounting for a force or a daze, and it's just not where it ended up being, which is unfortunate.
So we did have feed sideboarded in. Now Daniel game 3 had a very explosive opener. And then he was able to just top deck ponder into every answers. Brian, with his opener was a good Urza Saga on the construct plan type of plan, but I don't know. I really want to see what Brian's thought process was in regards to getting the Mox Opal instead of the LED.
Yeah, that was brutal.
With an IT in hand, but I don't know if also.
Brian
I could be completely missing it.
Brian hasn't played much Magic in the last month and a half with Diablo 4, so I bet he just feels happy.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even believe he got out of the house.
Wow.
Coming from someone who plays Diablo 4 and I freely leave, Brian's like, nope, I'm staying home.
Alrighty, guys, that's the game. We will be seeing you into the semis.
Into the semis, unless there's another match that hopped on between here when they're in between matches. So
yep. So
check us out when we're back.
We'll see you then.